This is Andre Banks coming today from Banks Credit Chat discussing JG Wentworth. Actually, JG Wentworth is now doing debt settlements and trying to do debt relief as well. And especially in this climate, everyone's on the bandwagon. If you've not heard of JG Wentworth, it's kind of hard to not hear him because they have a really catchy jingle that goes on. JG Wentworth, cash settlements now. And typically that was their business model for anyone receiving a settlement from a car accident or something like that. But as their business model expanded, they now try to extend things for giving loans to people for debt relief, to help with credit cards as such. When a company moves from the model of their initial base of providing settlements and trying to smooth out to giving cash for lawsuits or something like that and move into a debt relief aspect, that's when, of course, my antennas go up and then it's providing caution. Someone asked me about it, and I tried to do some research, and then I had by talking and stuff like that, you find out a little bit more, and you find out where the story lies into. Now, one thing about JG Wentworth is, just as a review, they do put a disclaimer out for their debt settlement explaining that if you do decide to sign up with their program, the debt settlement process, they can try to save you possibly 43%, and after their fees, 19%. They put that pretty much right on their website itself, and I give them credit for that. But as a general rule of practice, I tend to stay away from telling anyone to deal with any company offering you a debt settlement. Again, a debt settlement, for those who are not aware, is asking the creditor to take less than what the amount is owed. And definitely in this climate where everyone is searching and banks are closing, everyone's searching for the money that's owed to them, it becomes even more stringent and more difficult to deal with. So as a whole, if you're looking for JG Wentworth, maybe they do not use them for a debt settlement. I would not recommend that. I would tell you again to look for a nonprofit that does debt consolidation. Do your own due diligence and do your research. You're always going to get pressured by people when you make a call asking about something, relieving your debt or having your debt reduced. They're going to have a hard sales pitch doing that. And be careful with the contracts they have. They usually try to get you to sign 3-year contracts if you're doing anything dealing with debt settlement for any of your creditors. And they preferably want a higher amount of debt, so $10,000 or more. I truly recommend this. I truly do not recommend this. I'm sorry, I don't even get that confused. I truly do not recommend this at all for any borrower. You can talk to the creditor itself or look for a nonprofit. Again, everyone's getting into the business of debt relief, and JG Wentworth just came across my awareness. It's not one that I'm that much of aware about, but when somebody asks me about it or talks to me about it, I decided to do more due diligence, and then you can find out how their plan works. Again, as I said before, it's listed on the site itself. They do tell you what their fee, what the amount is. If they can reduce it to 43%, most of it goes to fees, so you're really only getting it 19%, and that's if they can get it done. With any debt settlement company, and if that's their business model, the creditor does not have to agree to it. So not only you have the impact of it negatively impacting your credit report, you're paying the fees, and you might find yourself in a worse situation. More than likely, find yourself in a worse situation you were before, because the creditor has not gotten paid, and they're telling you not to pay them and pay into their account, and they'll eventually get around to it. Because no creditor has to agree to any of the terms, especially if it's not paying back 100% of their debt. So JG Wentworth may be excellent for their cash settlements for lawsuits, but they are, in my book, humble opinion, a no-no for debt settlement or any kind of debt relief or any credit card consolidations or anything credit card relief or any kind of debts that you might have that you're having trouble with. I'm careful when I use the word consolidation. I don't want to be confused with JG Wentworth because they focus on debt settlement. They're opening their point to focus on debt settlements and not debt consolidation. And that's a big no-no in my book. This video has been of any value to you. Please subscribe, leave some comments. Until my next video for Banks Credit Chat, I'm out.